Okay, it is me again. Yeah, this is my second video on this channel. Possibly depending on when I decide to finally edit the videos and in what order I do them. But yeah, in the last video, I welcomed you to the channel. And I think I spoke a bit about what I'm hoping this channel would be like, or what I envision to do with the channel. And today I'm going to be sharing a bit about myself, because why not? I was going to do this yesterday because I was feeling pumped, feeling good, but then I went out and I was out for a while, and yeah, I just had no energy when I got back home. And yeah, I really wanted to do this when I was put together and I looked presentable. But I was like, if I'm going to be talking about myself, might as well be real, even though this is probably not the realest form of me. But yeah, I decided that I should film a video while I'm trying to like part my hair to wash my hair, because today is wash day and oh gosh, I don't know, wash day gets me sometimes. Like, I don't know where to begin sometimes. Like, I just want to roll out of bed and have my hair looking like clean and fresh. Okay, I don't think that's too much to ask. And my apologies if this makes a lot of noise. I don't know how that's going to sound playing it back, but I will be spraying, this is just water, so I will be spraying this a lot on my head to ease the pain and minimize damage. Even though, if you can already tell, my hair is it's pretty damaged already, sadly. But yeah, so first things first, I think I obviously said my name in the last video, but if you're new here and you haven't watched the first video, watch the first video. Like, I don't know why you're here if you haven't watched the first video. Like, bruh, be so for real. But yeah, my name is Oluwayo Sayami Bamdele. And yeah, well, I don't know, what should I start with first? Okay, so my name is, I've said my name. um I'm 20. I think I also mentioned that in the first video. So I just recently turned 20, and it's a whole lot. Gosh, okay, I should be doing my hair as well. But yeah, I just recently turned 20 years old, and I know it's not that old, but like, when you've been a child all your life, 20 feels like a big jump, you know. It's like you're no longer a teenager, and legally you are an adult. Like, 18. So this is the thing, yeah. Under the law, or well, not everywhere, but in most places, an 18-year-old is like as adult as you get. I mean, you're still seen as a young adult, obviously, but like, under the law, you can do practically anything in some countries. I know in America you can't drink till you're 21, but America is special for many reasons. But yeah, so in most countries, in the UK, I think you can drink at 18. Well, yeah. So like, you're seen as like a proper, like, you should be responsible for yourself and all those things. And I just find that kind of crazy, because thinking like 2 years, gosh, I can't believe I was 18 2 years ago. That sounds so sad. Like, it kind of sounds depressing, and I know it shouldn't be, but it feels kind of depressing. But anyways, yeah, when you're 20, you're like a proper, like, proper grown up now, and it's a bit crazy and scary. But yeah, I turned 20 in April, so my birthday is the 20th of April. I was born in 2004, obviously. But yeah, my birthday is kind of weird because it's literally 2004 2004. So it's like 2004 2004. So when you write it out, it's literally 2004 2004. And I didn't find that out until like when I was in high school, which is kind of crazy because I've had the same birthday all my life, but I didn't really realize until like much later. But yeah, it's really cool. And I celebrated on my birthday this year on 20/04/2024. It's just so meta. And then I turned 20. Ugh. Oh, it messes with my brain. I turned 20 on the 20th of April in 2024. That's crazy. But yeah, I am 20 years old now, and yeah, I am in uni, as you would expect for many 20-year-olds. I mean, a lot of 20-year-olds are into uni, which is, really good for them, honestly, because yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle out here. But yeah, I am in uni. I'm going to the University of Portsmouth, in the UK, and I study biomedical science. Yeah, every time I tell people I study biomedical science, like I almost always get the same reaction. It's always like, oh, it's like a bless you, like, oh, or like you must be really smart. Like I feel like it's the same reaction, but like people express it in different ways. Like some people like feel bad for me, as they should, because STEM. But like some people are like, oh my gosh, like you must be, really bright and smart. And I'm not saying I'm not smart. Like I know I am pretty clever, or whatever. But like, yeah, I just, it doesn't amaze me at this point that I almost always get the same reaction. But yeah, I am currently in my second year of uni, which has been, oh, I'm going to make a separate video on my second year because God have mercy. Like I have not experienced pain to this extent and level and like length of time as I have in second year. Like second year has been hellish in many ways. And I'm not even saying that to be over dramatic. Like I have felt, I'm like, God, I genuinely, I can't go to hell. Like, God forbid. Because if life on earth can be like this, I can't imagine life on hell. Life in hell. God forbid. I can never imagine such. We will never go to hell in Jesus' name. But yeah. And that brings me to my next point. I am a Christian. Yeah, so I've been a Christian since, I grew up in a Christian, I say I grew up like I'm suddenly not a child of my parents anymore. But yeah, my parents are Christians, but like I didn't really give my life to Christ until like I think 2017. So that's like what math. 8 years now, I think. Yeah, maybe about 8 years now that I was like trying to get more serious with my faith, I think. So yeah, about 8. Hey, Jesus is Lord. Gosh, my hair is so, it's so like, it's not matted, it's really in there. But yeah, it's so painful. Okay, I need to bring out the hairspray. But yeah, I gave my life to Christ like I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. This video is going to be a bit chaotic. So I gave my life to Christ in 2017. So that's like 8 years ago now. And I can't say, since then I've not had any troubles or problems. Quite the opposite, honestly. I have had many troubles, many problems. But like I have had a better way to cope and deal with my problems, which has been amazing. Because I genuinely don't know where I'd be without God. Probably dead, truly. I'm not even joking. Like, I'd probably be dead. But yeah, because I am not always the most mentally stable, and God has been my rock in those times. And even till, I just remembered I have to do something. I'm really sorry. Like, I might have to. I might leave this in just to be real, because this is how I am sometimes. I just, rant off in my head. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, it's giving me a way to cope. And yeah, it's been really helpful. I will speak more about my faith probably in another video, because I don't want this video to be too long. But yeah, I wrote little notes down of things I should try and remember to say. Okay, so what do I do for fun? I feel like people always, not always, but like I get asked this question sometimes, like, oh, what do I do to relax? What do I do for fun? And I'm just like, oh, like, I don't really have hobbies like that. Okay, maybe I do, but I don't really consider them like as hobbies. So I really love music. I love to listen to music. Me and Spotify. And the thing is, I never in a million years would have ever assumed that I would be the person to pay to listen to music. Because okay, I'm kind of outing myself and the whole Nigerian population right now, but like back home in Nigeria, most people don't pay for music except maybe the bougie Apple users, and even those, I'm sure they try to like get like other ways to get their music, but like most people would is it, what's the name of the website? Is it okay? Maybe I shouldn't out it. No, I shouldn't say it. But yeah, most people like pirate movies, songs, music, everything. So I've never, I was like, why would I pay for music when I can either watch it on YouTube for free or get it on this website and like live a free life? But then in the UK, no be so. Everybody's using Spotify. I remember when I was even using YouTube Music, people were looking at me like as if I didn't have sense. I was using YouTube Music and it was as if, no, I've committed a crime or something. Like, it was like, how can you be using YouTube Music when there's Spotify? So me too, I had to get on my Zoom. I had to start using Spotify. And honestly, I don't know how I survived that long without it. Because even when I was using YouTube Music, I was also using it like every day. But like Spotify to me is just so much better. Or maybe I'm just saying that now because I'm biased and I've been using Spotify for a while. But yeah, Spotify is really good for me. And because it's not just music, it's also like podcasts, which I do listen to podcasts as well. So like that's really helpful. But yeah, I love music. What type of music, you might be asking? Well, I feel like I could rant. Oh, sorry, I was hair in my mouth. I feel like I could rant on my music for ages. Like that's one thing, yeah, that I feel like if we can connect on music, oh my goodness, my fingers are ashy. This is just so chaotic. But yeah, oh okay. If we can connect on like music, we'll be best friends. We'll be locked in, because I honestly, it's kind of problematic, but like I almost need to listen to music every single day. And I'm trying to cut back on it because it does have its issues. Like regardless of what type of music you're listening to, I feel like if you need to have music to do things every single time, then it's probably a problem. And I had to discover that in myself, because like imagine not being able to function like until you like have some songs playing in the background. Like it's all fine and good for a while, but like if you can't sit with your thoughts and like just sit in quiet or in silence, then I think it might be time to take a break. So sometimes I do try to like do no music days, which are really hard. It's really hard for me, but it does help me. And the thing I find is that even the days that where I'm not like using like my headphones and listening to music, I'm still like having the songs in my head, which I guess is good. But at the same time, I can't quiet my brain. Like I just can't. Even if I don't listen to like music on Spotify for like 2 days, I'll still have songs playing in my head. Like no doubt. Which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I think I have to make a separate video on the types of, yeah, I feel like I'll make it, because if I start talking now, I'll just go on a rant. And if you know me in person, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know the type of music I listen to, and I post new music. I say I post new music like I'm the one that's singing it. I post new songs like every other day. Like, yeah, because I think artists deserve to be, you deserve to, wait, what am I saying? Like, I feel like you should know about these artists because their songs are bangers. That's how I see music. Like, oh my goodness, every time I hear like a really banging song, I just have to share it. Like, I feel so cringe for doing so, but like, I genuinely just can't keep it to myself. I feel like the same way about like anything you love, like even the gospel. Like when you feel like, oh my gosh, I say oh my gosh. But like when you feel like, oh my goodness, like this is the best news ever, or like this is the best thing after sliced bread. Sliced bread isn't that great, but that's another topic for another day. But like, yeah, like this is the best thing after sliced bread. Like I need to share this with people. That's how I feel about music, and I want to feel that way more about the gospel as well because that's how it should be. You know, the gospel is good news, and we should love Jesus enough to like be so in awe of him that we are like, oh my days, I need other people to know about this as well. So yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, music is one of my biggest hobbies, I would say. Like just listening to music, I could do that professionally, like just get paid if that was a thing, like just get paid to listen to music. That would be my job. Obviously it has to be music I vibe to. I can't just listen to any music, because I feel like bad music just makes me, oh, it makes me sick sometimes. Like not, well, not really like physically sick, it just makes me really, oh, it makes me feel really bad. But yeah, yeah, what other hobbies do I have? I feel, I don't know. I feel like uni has taken up so much of my mental space that it's been hard to like do things outside of uni. I really like hanging out with friends though. Like oh my gosh. Sorry. I like hanging out with friends. I like, you know, just catching up, finding something to do. Ow. Like, you know, just going somewhere, or even it doesn't even have to be that we go somewhere, like just talking with people and like having a proper deep conversation always like sets me in a good mood. Like I love when I talk to some people and I just feel so much better afterwards. Like it really makes my day. But yeah, friends. What else? I used to really like reading when I was younger. Like when I was in primary school, I was a bookworm. Like I really enjoyed reading. Like yes, it was picture books most of the times, but my dad tried to get gosh, my dad tries to get me into these like old, well, not so old, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's all Nigerian parents, but like my dad was really into these like english English books like Enid Blyton. Oh my gosh, the Enid Blyton series. I loved Enid Blyton though. I could deal with that one. I loved the I don't know what those ones were called. They were like really kid stories. Oh, I love them so much. I don't remember the name of the series, but it would be like two stories in one book, and it would be something like maybe a teddy bear that comes alive in the night. Oh, like even thinking about it now just makes me smile. There were such good books. But then she had another series. I think it was a she. She had another series. It was the Famous Five. Ugh. My dad bought those books. I just could not get myself to them. I was never really a fan of like these kid mystery crime solving things. I'm like, I have no business there. Like, please tell me about the teddy bear. Tell me about the teddy bear that comes alive in the night and that walks to they were just I love the fantasy. I love the fantasy type stuff, like the one about the elf and the fairy and like the whole magical kingdom. Like that was where I was meant to be. Like that was my kind of vibe. Don't come telling me about like one you're trying to find one you're trying to find the person that stole the shoe in your village or whatever. Like I wasn't really interested in a Famous Five like that. Oh my goodness. And Tin, I think that was his name. Tin, is it Tin? I think that was his name. Yeah. Like I don't know if you guys know, like the Teen Teens book series. My dad also like really tried to get me into those. I mean, I think I enjoyed them for a while, but it just felt too posh sometimes. Like it just felt too proper. Like it's not that deep. Like life is really not that deep. Why am I 8 like reading about Teen Teens adventures and he and his dog try flying to one place or the other? I really, oh my goodness, I really liked Archie as well, but my dad stopped buying it after a while because it was too mature. And I mean, fair, okay. I admit they were too. It was a bit too mature for me. I don't think my dad actually. I think he bought a few Archie books, but I got most of my Archie books from like friends and things. I remember there was this one time, I can never forget this. When we went to shop, we went to ShopRite. It's like a big mall back home in Nigeria. We went to ShopRite, and then there was this man. My dad, I was begging my dad to like buy me one of the Archie books because, like I said, I used to really like Archie. So I was like telling my dad, you know, oh daddy, please, blah, blah, blah. And then he was going, I think he was about to buy it. And then this other man from nowhere was just like, don't buy this Archie, da, 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 da. Like just talking about, oh my ear, like just talking about like how, you know, it's not good for them, that these children these days, da, 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 da. I can't even really remember what he was saying, but he was trying to discourage my dad from buying it for me. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, who call your matter for this place? Like, unprovoked. I did not ask him. No, that's the thing about Nigerians. You don't need to ask them anything for them to put their mouth inside your business. I say, Oga, please. I didn't beg you. I didn't look you. I did not look his direction. I don't know why he felt the need to come and be telling my dad what I don't know. But yeah, the man decided to discourage my dad from. I think my dad didn't buy it. I can't really remember. I think, yeah, I think he ended up discouraging my dad from buying it for me or something like that. I can't really remember. But yeah, that was annoying. And yeah, I think that was like probably one of the last times I had an Archie book from my dad, but I'm sure I probably still read some after that. But yeah, those are the type of things I used to do when I was younger. This video is already getting quite long, and I really didn't want it to be this long. But yeah, and as you can see, I've made almost no progress with parting my hair. I like to do 8 parts. I've done what? 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to divide this one into 2. But yeah, this is the thing. Like I can't really. That's another fact about me. I'm not really good at multitasking. Like I find that a lot of people are great multitaskers. And it's ow. Oh, I'm sorry, my hair is just so tangled. But like I feel like it's a stereotype, especially for Nigerian women, where they're like, oh, you're a woman, you're supposed to know how to multitask, and like you're a girl. Ugh. They always say that thing. They're like, you're a girl, like when you go to get to your husband's house, da, 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 da. Or when you have kids, like you need to know how to multitask, this and that. And honestly, ow, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. This is by no means a hair tutorial. Like, don't do these things on your hair. I'm being very, very lazy because I don't want to. Yeah, don't use this kind of comb to do your hair, please. Like, I'm just using this to part my hair. Don't follow me for natural hair advice. I beg you. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. But anyways, yeah, the whole multitasking thing, it's like, oh, you're a woman, you should know how to multitask, da, 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 da. And I'm like, I'm trying, but I'm not really great at it. Like, I'm not a good multitasker at all, and it's really sad. But at the same time, I feel like, is multitasking really real? Like, can you actually what's the word? Can you concentrate on more than one thing at a time and like not mess any of the things up? I mean, if you can, good for you. But I'm just not that type of person. I prefer to give my heart to one thing at a time. I say give my heart like it's deep. It's not that deep. But like I prefer to give my mind to one thing at a time. Like for example, if I'm having a conversation with someone, I can't concentrate on something else. I've said this to like some of my friends before. I've spoken to them. I don't like eating and talking at the same time. Like, let me have my dinner first and then we can have this conversation. I just cannot concentrate on my, and that's it. This is the thing. I feel like meals are meant to be enjoyed in silence. Sue me. But like, even you, okay, I do this as well sometimes. Like, most people, when excuse me, like when you want to eat, you like bring out a YouTube video or something. But to me, I just feel like meals are meant to be enjoyed in, like, there's just something about eating a meal in silence for me. You're just like it just feels different. Like, try it if you haven't. Like, try it, really do. Like, just don't have your phone with you. Like, a lot of times when I'm cooking in the kitchen, I don't bring my phone with me to the kitchen. Today I did. A lot of times I still do, because I'm like, either listening to music or doing one thing or the other. But like, sometimes, like, I enjoy not bringing my phone to the kitchen and just like cooking, in silence, or like just dancing by myself with no music. I know, yes, crazy, but like just being in silence in the kitchen and then cooking and then eating, it just feels different and it feels so good. So like, I don't like talking and eating. I do it, but I don't enjoy it. I really don't. And it's hard to tell people to stop talking to you when you're eating, because I feel like they might take it the wrong way. But I'm really not trying to offend you. Like, if you notice, like, I'm saying if you notice, like, everybody that is listening to this has been with me before. But like, a lot of times when I'm eating and you're having a conversation with me, I'll just be like, like, I will still try to reply because I don't want to be rude. But I'm really struggling. So if you're my friend and you're watching this and you talk to me while I'm eating, please stop. Like, this is my plea. This is my heartfelt beg to you. Please stop. I'm really trying to eat and enjoy my meal, guys. Tea for thanks. But yeah, that is. I have a lot of other fun facts about myself, I guess, but I can't remember all of them on the spot right now. So, and this video is already 27 minutes long. I might have to cut it though, because attention spans are low. That's the vibes. But yeah, we didn't make too much progress with the hair, but that's okay because we can't kill ourselves and die. But yeah, that is it, guys, about me. Oh, I didn't say where I was from in Nigeria. So I'm actually from, well, the thing is, in Nigeria, where you say, when someone asks you where are you from, you actually say where your father is from. So fun fact, my dad's biological dad is from Kwara State, which a lot of people don't know, because I always say I'm from Oyo, but my dad's stepdad is from Oyo State, so obviously we'll say Oyo State. But my dad's biological father is from Kwara, which is crazy to me, because I've never been to either. Okay, I've been to Oyo, but not to Ogumosho, which is the city in Oyo where I'm from. But I've been to Ibadan quite a number of times. But yeah, I've never been to Kwara before, which is crazy. And to think that I'm a Kwara girl is kind of, it's kind of peak. I love that. Oh, it's like a little spice to my Yorubaness. Yeah, I know that. I think there are a lot of Kwara. Sorry, I don't know. Is Kwara Yoruba? I think there are a number of Yoruba people in Kwara, but this might sound ignorant, but I'm not really sure if Kwara is a northern state or it's probably northern. So if you're Nigerian watching this, have mercy on me. Please forgive me. I'm actually not too sure. But yeah, I think it's probably northern. But yeah, that's where I am from in Nigeria. But I stay in Lagos. So when people from the UK ask me where I'm from, I'll just say Lagos, because that's easier to explain than explaining that I'm from Oyo. And that's not where I've never been to, like, I've never stayed in Oyo before. I've always lived in Kwara. Because I feel like, oh wait, Kwara, what am I saying? I'm so sorry. I've always lived in Lagos. But yeah, I feel like here in the UK, when people ask you where are you from, they just mean where have you lived or where have you stayed all your life, which makes more sense, because if you think about if you really think about it, that makes a lot more sense than just saying where your parents are from, because only God knows what's going on in Kwara State right now. I have no idea. But Lagos, on the other hand, me and Lagos are for lifers. But yeah, I am very much a Lagos girl to the core. I'm not an island girl though, so sadly, I'm not like you posh island kids. Yeah, but I am very much a mainland girly. I've always lived on the mainland. I lived in K2 when I was, in nursery, primary school. I think I lived in Ikorodu for a while, but that was when I was really, really young. I think before I was one even. And then later we moved to K2, and then we moved to Ogudu. That's where my parents are staying currently. Oh my goodness, not me giving details of my entire life journey. But yeah, I've always lived on the mainland. I went to school on the island for college, which was an experience, which I will share in another video because that was quite interesting. But yeah, I think I'll end it here. It's already, the video has already run way longer than I wanted it to. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.